Welcome to the Ravens Vail Coven. The Coven features short, independent stories with themes ranging from dark horror and fantasy to any other disturbing fiction. The Coven contains stories written outside the ongoing storyline of the Ravens Vail universe. The stories are submitted by listeners, authors, and storytellers and are carefully curated by the staff of Ravens Vail. To learn about our guidelines for submitting your story for consideration, go to www.ravensvail.com and click on the Submission tab on the menu bar.
The Ravens Vail Coven is part of our dark fantasy horror anthology podcast and may contain explicit language or thematic elements not suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
The story you are about to hear was performed during Appalachian Horror Fest 2024, an event produced by Small Raven Media and held at Central Cinema in Knoxville, Tennessee. This performance features Death on a Doorstep, an original story written and performed by the talented R.F. Greer. As you listen, let yourself be transported into a world where the boundary between reality and the supernatural blurs.
Death on a Doorstep. Jenna considered herself rather plain, wallowing in the dense summer evening tucked along the Smoky Mountains where the trees collected secrets. She sat smoking a cheap brand of cigarettes atop her cheap porch chairs, facing the contemplation of her routine. As in ritual of her usual evenings, a contempt had consumed her. Amidst her relentless consumption of literature and entertainment centered on royalty and legacy, Jenna felt comfort in words of larger promise and status, despite the final notice still protruding through her door's mail slot. Her mind traveled to her deepest insecurity of inadequacy as she realized she wasn't alone. Not in the larger sense of having close ones who cared. Rather, she stared directly at a dark silhouette standing below on her stoop. Fear flared in her chest as it trickled to her stomach. The figure appeared hooded and very still. "Who are you?" Jenna dared to whisper from atop her chair, the cigarette trembling to ash in her fingers. "I apologize. Normally, I don't get lost. However, I appear to be." "You didn't answer my question," she asserted herself, though her voice betrayed her vibrato. "To answer would alarm you, which I do not intend to do. I wish you no harm." Jenna paused to appraise the silhouette more carefully. "Then why do you stand in the dark?" "Do you know where William Sanson lives?" "Why would I tell a stranger if I did? I don't know your relationship to him, especially if your identity would alarm me." She could hear her own heartbeat, then marked the cliché as it bled into her plainness. Her mind snapped back to the figure as he adjusted his stance for the first time. "I am death, not a man. Besides, he's an old man. His time has come with his family beside him in waiting. They've known about his cancer for a long time and have made their goodbyes." Jenna knew the words made sense, but she felt the compulsion to defend her reason. "I see. The hooded figure. And how does a legend get lost if his sole duty is to collect souls. An understanding of a smile was heard in his reply. I respect your cynicism, but you're more clever than that. You know I'm telling the truth. William is supposed to live here. Yes. Jenna almost felt as if she would continue, but found nothing of value to add. Where is he now, then? I can find him one way or another, but you would save me the time. Wouldn't you be eternal? All you have is time. Yes, he parroted her tone, and busy. Now please, where might I find William? He's retired to his favorite place in the world. Ah, yes, Death replied with certainty. His cabin in the clearing. Thank you, Jenna. A silence fell between the two of them, but neither moved. Jenna rehearsed questions in her head. You know my name? Which, of course he did. Do you know when I'll die? Yes. Then you know my future. Only the end. Then you can tell me. She hesitated. Death shifted his weight subtly in the darkness, but he did not interrupt to say no. If I'll die as I am. Silence fell between them once again, pregnant with the weight of his consideration. Jenna waited with resolve until her heart jumped madly at his reply. You will not. Thank you.
If you enjoyed this story, you're in for a spine-tingling treat at Appalachian Horror Fest 2025, scheduled for Saturday, October 11th, 2025. This event promises to be a day-long, immersive experience that will transport you into the heart of Appalachian horror and to the rich legacy of storytelling. Imagine stepping into a world where the chilling tradition of Appalachian folklore comes to life. Our event will feature captivating live musical performances, thrilling shows that will keep you on the edge of your seat, and an array of vendors offering unique and spooky merchandise. Don't miss the numerous photo ops throughout the event, perfect for capturing memories with friends and family against haunting backdrops. The highlight of the night will be our grand storytelling show, where the master storytellers will weave tales that send shivers down your spine and ignite your imagination. Appalachian Horror Fest is actively recruiting storytellers, musicians, volunteers, vendors, and sponsors to help make the festival an unforgettable experience. For more information or to get involved, visit our website at www.appalachianhorrorfest.com. Join us in making Appalachian Horror Fest 2025 the best yet. Ravens Vail Coven is a production of Small Raven Media. Audio engineering and sound design by Nick Devan at Nicky D Sound. Copyrighted 2023 by Small Raven Media. All rights reserved.